Good morning, guys. It's time for Friday Fab Five. I'm Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. We do this every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Central. I share five of my favorite things with you all. And this morning did not go quite according to plan. I was going to have Uncle Corey come and join me this morning, and he was going to share some of his top, favorite things for guys. But then he messaged me this morning and said, I'm sick. I have to go to the doctor. I'm not feeling well. I've got to cancel. So I'm like scrambling. Okay, what are my five favorite things going to be? And I was like, oh, I know. We are putting together a blog post about this topic, and I thought it would be fun to do for a Friday Fab Five. So we are going to be sharing my top five. It was so hard to pick my top five favorite door hangers from 2023. And so, I looked through like almost all of the door hangers that I created over the last year, which is trickier than you might think, trying to search through and figure out which ones I painted this year, which ones I didn't. And I have selected five of my top favorites. That's not to say that there's not some that also were my favorites that didn't make the top five, but I tried to pick some that just kind of jumped out at me as like, oh, I just really love that project. And there were a lot of them. Good morning, Gina. Hello, Debbie and Danelle. Hi, Carolyn and Melinda and Jacqueline. How is everybody? Good morning, Joanne and Cynthia. So our top okay. And let me also start this by saying these are in no particular order. I don't have them ranked like number 1 through number 5. No, I have just like 5 of my top favorites, and these are in no particular order. So the first one that I want to show you guys, and if you have forgotten about this one, a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, I got to paint this one for next spring. It is this Hello Spring flower. Every time I see this one, it makes me smile. It's something about that color combination with the blues and the pinks and the greens. I was really proud of the amount of shading that I did on this one. And then the little accents with the black lines and everything and the little squiggles around the middle. It feels like it all pulls together in a way that feels like me. Sometimes I paint door hangers and I'm like, doesn't really feel like my style anymore, but I'm still teaching other styles, right? And so this one was one of my absolute favorites. I love the shading that I did. I love the variation in the petals. The way the words go up and around the petals make me really happy. Who else really liked this one? Also, has anybody painted this one? Dixie said, I like that announcer voice that you had on. That is my TV news anchor voice. Hello and welcome to Friday Fab 5. I am Tamara Bennett, your host. Do you see those people on TikTok sometimes who do that, who do their news anchor voice and they're actually news anchors? It's kind of crazy how they turn it on and off. Laura says it was so fun to paint Hello Spring. Kim loves the flower. Una has not painted that one yet, but she said she loves mine. Well, spring will be here in about, for here in Kentucky, about 4 more months. But spring painting spring crafts usually starts happening in my neck of the woods by February. So, if you want to start painting it, this one you can start painting it in February. It's called Hello Spring. Hello Spring Flower, I think is the name in our shop. So if you want to get the template or the blank for that one, you can search that up. Okay, let's go to another one. And if you're just popping in, these are my 5 favorite door hangers from 2023 in no particular order. The second one was this one. It's called Welcome Blooms. I think that's what it was called. Welcome in Bloom or something like that. And something about the color palette on this one, the simplicity. And again, I loved the little black accents on the previous door hanger that kind of went around the flower. But I also conversely love because this one has no black accents. Something about that appeals to me with this one, with the color palette. So I'm so glad that I didn't do black lines on this one. So it just kind of depends, right? I really love the yellow lettering. That's really unique about this one. I don't do yellow lettering, or I don't actually do colored lettering on a lot of my door hangers. And what else is really unique about this one? This one's really great for paint parties because it only has 6 colors. You've got light buttermilk in the background. You've got, what was it called? Sunset gold, I think, for the lettering. And then you've got cactus flower for the pink. I think that might be watermelon slice for the red. And then 2 shades of green. I think it might be jewel green and something else. But only 6 colors. And so if you're doing paint parties, you know that keeping it down to a limited amount of colors simplifies the whole process and makes it easier. I actually taught that particular design on Facebook Live. So it's in my YouTube archives if you want to find it. And I taught it live at an event here in my hometown when Miss Brooke Riley had her craft retreat. Did anybody else paint this one? Elizabeth said, I don't have that one either. Dixie says, I have the blank and it's still blank. You'll get around to it eventually. Kelly said, that must have been before I was here. I joined you with Lola. So Kelly, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this today, is because there are a lot of you guys who just found me when I did the Henrietta painting in the fall, or when I did Lola back in the spring, and you didn't know me before that. And so it's kind of fun to like pull some out and be like, hey, look at this. For example, this is not one of my top 5 necessarily, but this snowbird design is from 2019. And we painted it blue with like a yellow scarf and red and turquoise and all these fun, bright, like whimsical colors. Well, we just remixed this one in the Painters Clubhouse yesterday and turned it into a cardinal. And we did texture on the hat and scarf, which is really hard to see from here, but I posted a picture of it on my page yesterday. And so that's a good example of one that was well before you might have started following me. Kelly says, I love the color palette. It's on my must paint list for sure. I love that you guys have like bucket lists for must paint items. Linda said, I love this one. I sold it at Market past summer. I think it's going to be a popular one again this spring. It still feels very on trend. Diana says, yes, I did this one and my daughter took it because she loved it so much. Wanda's painted this one. Danelle says that was the second or third one that I painted since Lola was my first, getting ready to paint again to see how I've improved. That is a really good thing to do, Danelle, is to take something that you painted like at the beginning of your journey and paint it again, and then post a picture. I want you to please do this if you do. Post a picture, like a side-by-side photo of like then and now, and see how your painting skills have progressed since then. Katie said, I didn't know you before Henrietta. So glad I found you. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Katie. You're in for so much fun coming up. We're going to talk about what's happening in 2024 at the end of this. Okay, so just a quick recap. This was the first one, Hello Spring Flower. Then we had Welcome Bloom Flowers. And then this is going to come to no surprise to anyone. Lola was one of my favorites. Lola the cow. She was our Highland cow. We painted her last spring. She was our spring workshop, and she came with a whole herd of cows that you could purchase. They are now all available in our shop. There's a cow for every season. If you want a Christmas one, there's one where it's got like mistletoe hanging next to her and a present in the background. There's a winter one. We call her Cozy Callie. I've actually got her right here in ornament form. Look how cute. But that Lola cow has been a top seller of mine all year long. You guys are still painting her even now, even though she's kind of spring looking. I still have people wanting to paint her in the winter. And so this was definitely one of my top 5 favorites. And I think it was a favorite of mine because it challenged me personally, because I was like, I don't know if I can make that hair look real. I don't know if I can make it look like I want it to look. And I was so proud of the end result. We did lots of little details in this one with a extra fine tip paint pen. You can't really see it in that photo, but like we did lots of tiny little marks next to the hair to make her look extra furry. And so we also did little marks around like the flowers and stuff, and it just added a lot of detail. I thought that was really fun. Who else has painted Lola? Lola was fun to paint, Laura said. That was my first workshop. Anybody else? Was that your first workshop? A lot of you guys have done 5, 6, and even 7 workshops with me. We've been doing workshops since 2019, I think. And so some of you guys have been doing with me all along. Kelly loves Lola. Linda sold one of the pumpkin patch pennies. So that was one of Lola's buddies. She had like a black crow on her shoulder and a sunflower in her fur and a pumpkin behind her. And so that was kind of the fall version. Barb has painted her 2 different times. Pam painted her. Kelly said it was her first workshop. Carolyn says, I've got Lola halfway finished. Is Lola sitting there waiting to put the flowers in her hair, Carolyn? Susan's first workshop was Lola. So was Elizabeth's. Well, we'll be talking about workshop here in a little bit, but we're going to be doing another one in the spring. So I'll give you all more details about that in a minute. Okay, the next one. So we've done 3 so far. The fourth one that was a favorite of mine, and again, these are in no particular order, was the Hello Summer. Now, the reason this one was a favorite for me is because there are a couple of different techniques. And are you picking up on the fact that a lot of times it's the painting technique that makes something my favorite? The wood grain paint technique that I did in the back of this, I'm super proud of. I had never done it before, and I did it on a Facebook Live, and it turned out perfectly. And I was like, oh, this is incredible. And so it kind of like, I don't know, I have like a proud moment feeling attached to that door hanger. And so that was part of the reason why it's my favorite. Also, if you look closely at the word hello, you'll notice that the letters are ombre from like a light buttermilk color down to a darker orange at the bottom. Now, if I remember correctly, when I was painting this live, that was a Bob Ross moment, a happy accident, if you will, because I think I was dipping my sponge in the yellow and dabbing it on, and then I accidentally, I think, dipped it in white or buttermilk or something like that. And I started dabbing. I was like, oh, oops, I thought I had made a mistake. And then I was like, oh, actually, we could ombre these letters. It turned out so cool. So that's one of my favorites. Also, this door hanger was one of the very first ones that we ever did and started selling that was 3D, that had 3D letters, 3D pieces, and more than one layer of 3D. It had the daisies and then the daisy centers. That all was 3D. And so we cut and sold probably well over 200 of these blanks. It was maybe way more than that. I don't even know. We sold and shipped a lot. The guys were sick of these by the time we got done with them. And that was one of the reasons why that one was one of my favorites. So who has painted Hello Summer? Sherry wants to know, what year was the fall workshop with the buffalo plaid? That was 2020, fall of 2020. That one's a favorite, a longtime favorite from everybody. Elizabeth said that Lola was her first painting and sold at her first craft show. That's awesome. She'll always be special to you for that reason. Kelly said, I think I have that Hello Summer blank just waiting for me too. Laura says it was one of her favorites. Oh, guys, commenting link. I don't have anything set up in the links today because I didn't really have links to share with you all. The only link you're going to need is shopdoorhangers.com. So if you're wanting any of these designs, you'll just search for the name in the search bar at shopdoorhangers.com and it'll bring it right back up for you. Sheila says, I have. It's still in the plastic. Okay, final one, and then we'll do a quick recap for those of you who just logged on. This was one of my top favorites for many reasons. Again, this was a 3D design, but we made it more special than just a 3D design. We did grass behind the fence. And then we glued the fence down and did grass on top of the fence, which really made it look cool. I did a new shading technique on these leaves. I used my little spritzer bottle and shaded it. And so I think that might have been the first project that I used the spritzer bottle on. I really like the distressing on the fence, and I like the sort of blend of the white and I think it was called open water, those two colors in the background of the sky. So and then the little highlights on the letters. There's lots of little things about the techniques on this one that I really like. And I was super proud of how it came out. And so that one is called Hello Fall Fence. How many of you guys have painted that one? That one's another one the guys were sick of cutting in the shop because it has so many pieces. It's pretty tedious. Sherry says, I love that winter one behind you. That would be pretty with wood grain in the blues. Ooh, yes. A blue wood grain would be gorgeous with that one. We painted this one live this past Tuesday. So if you missed it, you can go back and catch the replay for that. We used lots of glitter paint and did some fun stuff on that one. Lisa says, Lola was my very first door hanger, and I joined the clubhouse during that time. I'm so glad you did. Do you feel like you've had a lot of growth since Lola? Usually people do by this time. You've been in the clubhouse for a little over 6 months. Anne says, Hello Fall was my second favorite of all time. Sheila again says, I have it and it's in the plastic. Sheila, you've probably got a mountain of door hangers at your house waiting to be painted. Tara said, I loved watching you paint the fall one. It came together so good. Sherry said the fall buffalo plaid was my first one that I ever painted. Oh, well, that was way back in 2019. You've been with me a while, or no, 2020. You've been with me for a little over 3 years now. That's awesome. Thank you, Charla. I got my roots touched up yesterday and decided to go straight. And I got about 1.5 inches trimmed off of it. Laura says, I have Hello Fall, still need to paint it. A lot of you guys probably have door hangers stacked up at home waiting to be painted. That's okay. When it gets really dreary this winter and you have nothing else to do, you can pull these out and start painting. So let's do a quick recap. Hello Spring Flower, Welcome in Bloom, Lola the Highland Cow, Hello Summer, and Hello Fall. If you want to find any of these, they are all available at shopdoorhangers.com. You can get the wood blanks there in multiple different sizes, although those 3D ones I think are only available in 18-inch. And so just use the search bar and type for the one that you're looking for. Lauren says I have a box full. Did you guys enjoy this recap of my 5 favorite door hangers from 2023? I would love to know what your 5 favorite door hangers are. We have 5 new designs in the shop this week. I'm going to show you. And then after that, I'm going to give you a quick little preview of what fun things I have coming in 2024. Because yesterday I sat down and planned out my entire year. So first up, we've got 5 new Valentine designs in the shop. We have a cupcake that says "Be Mine" with little heart sprinkles. We have the Smooches cow. Get it? Smooches. And Moo is in there. She is available in a 3D version. And if you get the 3D version, the flowers on her head and the little smooch on her lips is the little lip smooch is 3D in this design. The bow and arrow design, kind of like Cupid's bow and arrow, super cute. And at the bottom, we've got XOXO, and it says "Be My Valentine" with some flowers. And then we have a heart that says "You're a gem." And I really like the, it almost reminds me of a quilt block, the way the little geometric patterns make that gem. Let me know which one of these 5 is your favorite. These templates are half price from now until Sunday, and the wood blanks are 15% off until Sunday as well. So you can go and grab those new ones at shopdoorhangers.com. I will say, if you've been contemplating joining the template club, if you've been thinking about joining the template club, because every Friday you're like, Tamara, I always want all of the ones that you're releasing, now is the time to do so. In January, the price for template club is going up to $42 a month. Right now it's $35. And guys, it's been $35 a month for the last 4 years. And we have increased the price of our templates in that time from $5 to $7, not to mention the quality of our templates has more than doubled. We are giving you 4 sizes of PDF in every template file. We're giving you all the laser cutting files that you're going to need. We're giving you the JPEG, the PNG, the black and white version, like all the things you could possibly need with these templates. We are giving them to you for just $7. Now, if you don't want to pay full price for your templates anymore and you want to save some money, I'm going to encourage you to join the template club. You get all of the designs that we are releasing every month for just $35 a month. Like I said, this is going up to $42 a month starting in January. So I'm giving you all a heads up now. If you're a Painters Clubhouse member, you save an additional 20% on top of that. So you could be getting yours for $28 a month. And that would be 20 to 25 designs, depending on how many Fridays are in a month. Is this a 5 Friday month? I think it is. Let me double check and look real quick. Yes, it is. So actually this month, December, you're getting 25 designs for $35. So that happens about every 3 to 4 months in the calendar. You'll have 5 Fridays in a month and you'll get 25 instead of 20. So it's like an extra bonus. So if you're not a template club member and you want to be, I'm going to put the link to this down in the description because like I said, you want to join now because the price is going up in January. And by joining now, you lock in your price. Somebody asked me that last week and I forgot to explain that. But you lock in your price if you join now and it will never go up. We still have people paying the introductory price of like $20 a month, which is crazy. From like way back when we started the template club, we had a founding member price and we still have people paying that today because they know it's a steal of a deal. You can also join annually if you want to save even more. You get, I think, 1 month for free if you join annually. And then you don't have to think about it. Every month it's like Christmas. On the first of the month, you get all of these designs in your inbox. You can download them right away and start painting them well before we start releasing them to the public. Because if you wasn't in a template club, you would have to wait until the end of December to get the newest designs we're releasing at the end of December, right? But template club members got them December 1st and they've already been painting them. So it gives you a head start on the holidays, a head start on all of that, and you're getting them at the cheapest price possible. Susan says, definitely worth it. Janet loves the template club. Lauren says the quality and the number of the files is a huge savings. Thank you for that. And I forgot to look and see which one was y'all's favorite. Mary Ellen says number 1 was her favorite. Michelle loves the cow. Tina, of course, loves them all. She must be a template club member. Una loves the cow. Terry loves the gym. Sarah loves you're a gym. It kind of reminds me of a Valentine for sure. Missy loves the cupcake. Wanda loves the template club. Tina agrees the template club is awesome. I told y'all she was a template club member. Do you have to be a member of the Painters Clubhouse to be in the template club? No, you don't. It's just an extra perk if you are, because you save on template club. But no, you don't have to be in both. It's kind of just like the peanut butter to the jelly. You're learning to paint in Painters Clubhouse, and template club is giving you more things you can paint. And so it's an optional thing that we put out there for you all, and a lot of you all love it. Can you put the stickles link that you used on Hello Winter? I don't have it handy right now, but Lori, I tell you what, if you will text me, here's my text number. I can grab it and text it back to you later. How about that? So text me and remind me, and I'll send it to you. Anne says template club is well worth the price. Thank you for that, Anne. Okay, so as promised, I showed you guys the new designs we released today, which were all Valentine's designs. And after that, I said we would talk about what's happening in 2024. So the first date on your calendar that you need to circle is, are you ready? January 12th. Why? Because January 12th, we are going to begin selling tickets to the 2024 event for Southern Adornments Live. Several of you guys came out and met me in Destin, Florida back in September. And we're going to be doing it again. But this time, we're going to be in the Great Smoky Mountains. We're going to be at the Wilderness at the Smokies. Actually, it's at the Sevierville Convention Center that's at the top of the hill. But it's all connected to this resort, the Wilderness at the Smokies. And inside this really cool resort is an indoor water park. So this is important to know because we are going to be here November 15th and 16th of 2024. So it will be winter or coming up on winter in Tennessee. And so the outdoor water park will be turned into a winter wonderland with an ice skating rink. But the indoor part will still be a water park that your kids can go and enjoy if they come with you, or you can go and enjoy and pretend like you are at some tropical getaway while you're at Southern Adornments Live. And so if you have not been able to secure your ticket yet, January 12th is the date you need to know. We are going to begin selling tickets again. Tickets are $697. But wait, if you buy during our promotion, January 12th through the 26th, or when tickets sell out, they may sell out. We only have like 84 spots left. If you buy during that time, you're saving $100. So you can get yours for $597 if you pay in full. We do have a payment plan option available as well. Thank you, Donna. She said your smile makes my day. Okay. Let me go back and answer questions. Sherry said, when I signed up for Template Club, I don't think I used the code for the clubhouse. Can I still get that? Contact our customer service, Sherry. They can probably work it out for you. Kelly already has her ticket. Who else already has their tickets and made their reservations? Wanda did. Pam, we wish you could be there. Pam has a conflict and can't come this year. She said, but it's going to be the best experience ever. Last year in Destin, Florida was the best one we've ever had. And I cannot imagine how we're going to top it, but I know we will because it's going to be in Dolly's hometown of Sevierville, Tennessee. And speaking of Dolly, in September of 2024, I don't have an exact date for you yet, but I'm giving you guys a big 9 months heads up. In September of 2024, I'm going to be selling an exclusive VIP, what we're calling the Dolly Experience. And this is going to add on to your Southern Adornments Live experience. So mark your calendar. for September. Just kind of circle September in your big old calendar because we're going to sell tickets in September to add on the Dolly Experience to your Southern Adornments Live event. So if you want to be a part of that, September is what you need to look forward to. Also, September is important for those of you who know already that you cannot attend in person. If you can't attend in person and you know you're going to need a virtual ticket, we will begin selling those in September also. So that is an important thing for you guys to take note of. Okay, questions. Michelle has her ticket. So does Charla. Janet says, I've got my ticket, but I need roommates. Janet, we almost have the attendee Facebook group ready. So we will be sending out an email about that before too long, and you can hop in there and find a roommate, or you might find one here in the comments. Donna says, do you have a link for the motel? We don't have a link to book your room for the hotel, but what you need to do is call the Wilderness at the Smokies in Sevierville, Tennessee. Their number's on the website. And when you call to book, say, I am with Southern Adornments Live. I need their group rate. They didn't give me a link. They just said that's how you need to book. So I guess they're a little old school in that way. Dixie says, can you purchase the cardinal already painted? No, sorry. All of our designs are sold as wood blanks, and we teach you how to paint them. Teresa says, this will be my third Southern Adornments Live. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for you, Teresa. It's going to be the best one yet. Lauren says it's going to be so fun. This will be her third Southern Adornments Live. She came to Dallas and Destin. This will be the third one. Sheila, my husband, keeps saying this also. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. Dolly, you're invited. So if anybody knows Dolly personally, feel free to invite her because it would make my entire year, but I think it would make my life. it would make everything just like out of this world experience if Dolly showed up. Would that not be amazing? We all need to invite her. Maybe we should all send her an invitation in the mail and she will show up. My husband keeps saying, he's like, you need to get Dolly to come. I'm like, I don't have that much power. Pam says, if Dolly shows up, I will die. I know. I think I will just pass out right there on the spot. I will just fall over. Jill says, Dolly super fan right here. Well, we need to make this happen. I don't know how, but we need to make it happen. Okay, so if you want to join us at the next Southern Adornments Live, tickets go on sale January 12th, and you will be able to buy it then. Now, we only have, I think, 84 spots left. So if they sell out that first day, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm here right now to say I gave y'all a heads up. So be watching for a ticket link on January 12th. Kelly said I'd pass from fangirling. I would too. Sheila says this will be my third live. Gail says this will be my first one to attend in person. I've been virtual last year. Awesome. I'm so glad to see when our virtual people are converted to in-person attendees, because once you see it virtually, you realize like, oh my goodness, I need to be there. Like, unless you've ever been before, you don't realize how amazing it really is. How far is the nearest airport? Michelle wants to know. I believe it's about a 40-minute drive. So you could probably get a taxi or an Uber or a friend to pick you up along the way or rent a car, but it's not far. But you kind of just have to drive from Knoxville, Tennessee on into Sevierville. Becca says it'll be my first ever event. Yay, Becca. I'm so excited. It cannot get here fast enough, y'all. It was killing me when we were talking about this before November of 2023 was happening. And I'm like, it's over a year away. And now at least at this point, I'm like, it's 11 months away, 11 months away. Like, or actually technically 12 months away because we're only like just past December. December, it's exactly 12 months to the day from, or not, is that right? Or 11 months to the day from today. I can't do calendar math. Today's December 15th. And it's happening November 15th. So I guess that's 11 months, right? I don't know. Lauren, we're trying to get JD to come again for sure, because he had so much fun and we had so much fun with him at this last event. And I know it really made my husband's entire year for him to be there. But he did not know that JD was coming, and him and JD are like best buds. They love each other. Other things to look forward to in 12 months. Thank you, Sonia. I need all the help I can get. Something else to look forward to in 2024 is our spring workshop will be happening in March. If you want to know the actual date, I can tell you. Spring workshop will be happening March 19th and 21st. And I don't have the design yet. So I need your ideas. What do y'all want to paint in the spring workshop? Are you hoping for another animal of sorts? Because last year we did Lola the Highland cow and we did Henrietta the chicken. Or are you hoping for something just with flowers? What do you guys want me to do? I need some ideas because I'm going to be designing this in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I have to get way ahead and start designing early so that I can get the sample painted and we can start promoting it and all of that. And so let me know if you have ideas. Corey, I told them that you weren't going to be here this morning, and I think they were really disappointed. He was going to show up this morning for Friday Fab 5 and share his favorite guy things to buy for guys. He said, I think people will like it better if I showed up, not Dolly. They definitely want you to show up for Southern Adornments Live next year. Okay, ideas are, Tammy says a hummingbird. Kelly says 3D floral. Bianca says springtime. Marina says spring flowers. Lisa says flamingos. Kim says a cardinal for each season. Myra says covered bridges or old barns. Ooh, I like the way you think. Somebody said, Colleen said 3D flowers in a basket. Let me say why we don't do 3D for workshops. The reason is because the purpose of these workshops is to teach people how to use a template and how to paint along with me. That way, if they join the Painters Clubhouse and they get access to all these templates that they have in their painter's library, they will feel like they can instantly just get started, right? And so if I do a 3D design, that's difficult to do when you're talking about using a template, because I'm usually teaching people to just grab an 18-inch wood round, trace their template on, and they can't cut out the little pieces yet. They're not ready for that. And so that's kind of the reason why we do it the way we do it. So it'll be on a round shape and it will have a template. And so I need to come up with a design. Linda says hummingbirds, flowers, butterflies, all the ideas. Covered bridge with flowers. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Are covered bridges a thing across the entire United States, or is that more of like a East Coast Southern thing? I see covered bridges around well, actually, we don't have very many in my I don't know if we have any in my county. I know there's some like up north. Is it Indiana or Illinois? I went up there once for a covered bridge festival. But I haven't seen a ton of covered bridges. And so I'm like, if I do something like that, is it going to appeal to a lot of people? That's the problem. Is usually I'm trying to think of something that's going to appeal to a lot of people. Flowers and butterflies. I like that. It's a Midwest thing. Okay. Y'all are teaching me. I don't know. Indiana. Okay. Maybe that's where I went. I think it was Indiana that I went to the Covered Bridge Festival. Ooh, old barn with daffodils. Daffodils are my favorite flower, Sheila, because they bloom during my birthday month. I'll be turning 40 in 2023. Can y'all believe it? I'll turn 40 on March the 6th. Pennsylvania has a bunch. Oh, Lorna says there's a covered bridge with iron windows outside of Sevierville. I did not know this. Okay, Jane says, Jane lives in my hometown. She said the covered bridge near Clarksville, Tennessee is probably the closest one to us. I don't know that I've even knew about that one, Jane. Oh, we share a birthday, Adrian? That's awesome. There's lots of March birthdays, lots of them. All right, y'all. I need to wrap this up. I've got to do my powwow inside the Painters Clubhouse. I'm going to do that next. And then my mother and I are going to go Christmas shopping and try to finish up my list. So y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Send me all these ideas. I love it. Keep the comments going with the ideas. I will continue to read them, and I'll start brainstorming some ideas. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.